tutorial is teaching you about the design tool Figma. Figma was created as prototyping, and first thing I want you to do is just go ahead and Google Figma. This is what we want. We're going to go to Figma and we're going to click on the Get Started for Free, and then you can enter your email and create an account. Now, I've already have an account, so I am going to simply log in. And here we go. All right. First thing that I am going to do is I would like to design a file. And so I'm going to have to create a board, and basically a board here that, such as these, that I'm going to work in and be able to use. So click on Design File. And if you look at the top left-hand corner here, you'll see our basic commands. This is if you want to go back to that main menu or get some other quick options here. We have an arrow, so if you want to, eventually once we create something, if you want to click on it and maybe move it around, you use the arrow tool. This is the frame tool, and this lets us create an artboard. And in fact, let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to click on frame, and there's two things I can do. I can draw a frame, and I'll also call the frame an artboard. So I can do that. I just pressed the delete button on my computer there to get rid of it. But I want to show you the other way that I can do this is I can go and I can choose a frame that's already on here. So let's go ahead and pick a tabloid frame for now. But it's going to be a nice big one, which will help me with what we'll be working on. But I'm going to come over to this right-hand panel, and I'm going to click that I want it to be landscape. So it's going to be longwise. Okay, so now we have a frame here. Great. The next tool is a rectangle tool. And a rectangle tool will help me to be able to make a box in here. It can also choose other shapes as well. The rectangle is just the default one, but I can draw a line, arrow, a circle, triangle, etc. So I can do that. And so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to click on this rectangle. I'm going to come over to my artboard, and I'm going to draw a rectangle. So there I have a rectangle. It comes automatically with a fill, but I can change this if I wanted to. If I go over to this right-hand panel, you'll see that I have this fill, and there's a color here. And if I click on this, I can change to a different color. I can click over up here. I can go over here. I can make it more opaque. Lots of things I can do there with a box. What I want to show you today, though, is how to put an image into this box. So if we look at the top of this panel, you see we have different choices. This is a solid fill. This would be a gradient fill. And then I could also select image, and I can insert an image into here. To get that image in there, I'm just going to come down where it says choose image. So I would simply choose image, and then I could pick an image that I want to put in here. So like if I want to put in this image, although sometimes if I just chose a really large image, I realized, so I don't want to do that. So I got rid of that. Let me put in an image that we're using for a conference. All right, so I've just picked this. And once that image is in here, if I have this arrow tool, I can now move this around. If I grab it yeah, in the middle. But if I grab one of these corners, then I can change it, change size if I want to. So then that's how I would be doing that. So this is your first quick tutorial, getting an artboard and placing a rectangle and then putting an image in the rectangle. Now there are more refinements that we can use. And don't worry if the first time you put an image in here, if the image doesn't fill up the entire rectangle, we'll troubleshoot later. But for now, this is all I need you to know. Thanks, and I look forward to learning more with you soon.